real bipartisan spirit to move our economy, which is what modernizing transportation does. And I wanted to pick up on your discussion of a program, I think you called it FAST. Like you, I am a former mayor of a city called West Palm Beach. It's not Palm Beach. People get confused. I love Palm Beach. I represent Palm Beach too, but West Palm Beach is a real urban city with beautiful weather. But it's very diverse. We have all kinds of issues. I can tell you this, that the number one complaint I would get as the mayor, where my phone would not stop ringing, was when the roads were obstructed. It was, people, whether they're going to work, getting their kid to school, or their baseball practice, going to the market, that is what aggravates people, when they could not move from one place to another. So I like your idea of giving more flexibility or getting more dollars back to the local government. Florida is a very big state, so I can tell you that the upstate, Tallahassee, does not know what's going on in the down part of the state many times. And I'm going to give you an example. When I became mayor, there was road construction going on. So there was an attempt to fix the roads. However, they kept moving the crews around from one city, one project to another, and so a project that should have maybe taken 6 months was in its third year. And when I complained to the state legislator, he said to me, "Oh, just be grateful you're getting the money." And I could not actually get the road completed until I actually put a sign up that said, "Call the governor, stop calling me," really. And so, but I do have a question attached to this comment. What in your proposal, how do you encourage the big picture, or that is regions working together, as well as getting the money to the local community?
Well, it's an incredibly important question. And first of all, I want to thank you for the support you've given to the focus on local communities. The problem we have, if you're living in a fast-growing area, the problem is that those fast-growing areas are more likely than not to continue to be fast-growing over the next 30 years. So whatever throughput you're getting in your system today, it's going to increase. And that means you're going to have obstructions, and folks are going to get delayed. And travel times that are half an hour today could become 45 minutes tomorrow, could become an hour over the next 30 years. So I think what's vitally important here is that we begin our thought process with what end we're trying to achieve. And if the end is more throughput, more efficiency, more effective, more safety, then what you're talking about is vitally important, which is trying to address some of these issues at a more local level, even more local than the state where we can. So what we do through the bill is we create this FAST program, which puts dollars in place that areas can compete for. But the price of entry is that those areas have to either show how they're working with their suburban communities, the rural communities around those suburban areas, to develop a cohesive plan, or consolidate their MPOs so that they can plan effectively at the local level. And we think that when we have communities that are joined at the hip from an economic standpoint, thinking together about their infrastructure, we're going to get better outcomes and better projects.
Thank you very much. And Mr. Chair, I would just urge you and my colleagues also to consider putting something in our bill that's going to accomplish some of these ideas. And I thank you, and I waive back the rest of my time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Frankel. With that, Mr. Davis is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's been a very interesting hearing. We talked about skunks and